So what's going on today? Well, today I'll be trying one of the accessories that came with the TS2 Laser by Two Trees. They sent me all kinds of things with this one, and in the first video I mentioned how excited I was about trying the, I think they call it a 4-in-1 rotary. Well, it is exactly what it says. It's a rotary device, and it came with a chuck. That's what made it really exciting to me. It looks like I'm standing in front of a little lathe. So it has the roller beds, and if you just got a cylinder, you could put that in there and it'll turn this way. And if you're not able to use the cylinder for it, you could put it in this chuck attachment, which doesn't come set up. I bolted that on, and it just takes a couple seconds to do. You could put cups in there. It'll grab a cup where it has a handle on it, so you're not going to be able to do a cup with a handle here, but you could do it there. Also, if you have something like that, it's not going to sit in the rotary, you could put it in the chuck. I turned both of these pieces up just to try it, and I might want to try a coffee cup too. That would be fun. The way it sits, this is too high. Even this is probably too high to go under the laser. They also included a riser kit, and that really looks fancy. And these will screw into each other to get the height you want. So I'm going to go ahead and get this hooked up, figure out how many I need, and we'll get it in position, get this wired into the machine, and we'll test it out. So I'll be right back. Alright, I set it up on a line that runs up and down, centered. I've double checked it, actually I triple checked it, and what I need to do is plug in the air assist, and then I'll hit start and we'll see what happens. This is going to be interesting because it's a pattern that has to meet properly. I ran this at 300 millimeters a minute, 90% power, and it took 1 minute 48 seconds, and it did a really nice job. Hey, look at this. Alright, I'm going to get it out of the chuck and show it to you. Well, here it is. The stars kind of look upside down there, but I'm going to set this over one of those LED tea lights. I just need to put that back in the lathe and just kind of dome it over. That's the plan. I had this running at 300 millimeters a minute with 95% power, and it took a little over 8 minutes to do the cutting, but there was 101 inches of cutting in this. I created a shape in Lightburn, duplicated it 8 times. I spaced it out so in between the end ones I would have enough room to put some text. Lightburn really helped with all that, did a great job. The rotary tool was doing a fantastic job. I created the text, I inserted it in the right place, it looked fantastic. When I went ahead and hit start and saw the text, I thought, oh gosh, I'm going to have to toss this and make another one. But I'm not going to do that. I made this for my wife, and I'm always asking her how to spell something. She's going to get a big laugh out of this, and it actually has nothing to do with spelling. So you'll see that shortly. This was a lot of fun, and I didn't really know how it would work out because it's so thin, but it worked out really nice. I ran it at 4,000 millimeters a minute with 40% power, and it took almost 2 minutes. Well, that was a lot of fun, and maybe you want to know my opinion on this. There is a lot of things I really like about it. I'll start with this roller here. In order to make the adjustment on something smaller diameter, it's a thumb screw, and both sides have a thumb screw, but you would have the chuck off and it just slides. There's a scale, you adjust it, and you don't have to turn it upside down and take a screw out and move it over and drop it back in. I just like this idea a lot. This also has a gear on this end, so both of the wheels are turning. The other ones, I don't know if they're just like idler pulleys or if they're powered or not, but both of these are powered. That should keep your work in alignment and not have it drift away. So that's pretty nice. This is easy to put on. You put a belt on it, you just slide it over until it's got the right tension. I use this on that Christmas ornament. It's adjustable this way, and it helps support something like that. Christmas ornament. It also comes with this little rest, and it's adjustable, like so. And if you were doing a long item, you could adjust that in like a baseball bat maybe, or a wine glass with a little skinny stem. That would work there. I think you could use it on both ends. That's pretty cool. Comes with 2 types of jaws. These are larger, and it allows you to close down all the way in the middle, and that's how I was able to grab the Christmas ornament. And then there's these little step jaws, and if you're a wood turner, well, actually most wood turning jaws don't have that, but if you have a metal lathe, you'll know the advantage of these. One more thing I didn't show you, and I'll set this up, take a picture of it, show you what it's for, but I have to take all the jaws off to do it. These little rods here, they'll screw into this hole. I guess it could screw into any of them, and this is sort of meant to grab something as small as a ring. So I might do that. I just didn't get to it on this. So that's pretty cool as well. So do I like it? Yes, I do like it, because I like things that look like a lathe. Pretty well made. I'm pretty impressed with it. I'm going to move this out of the way and show you some of the things that I made. So I've got this little dome with the stars on it, and as I turned it, I could have mirrored this in the software and the stars would have been going up, or I could have put the stars in there so they were pointed that way. But once I looked at it, I made an immediate decision that I was going to want to look at it this way, and I like the idea of making that short, maybe taking one of those LED tea lights and just set that on it like so. And I'll get one of those out and I'll take a picture of it and we'll see how it looks, and I'll add that at the end. And then I did this, and I just cut these little grooves in it, and I left them connected together so it didn't act like a spring. And that might just be a nice pencil container, so that's an option on that. This was actually a trial. I didn't show that, and that's kind of why I knew that this would burn through this wood. It's cedar. It would burn right through, and you can't really see it, but it practically cut through both sides. And then on this, I was concerned with that, and I put that little plastic yogurt cup in there to protect it so it didn't scorch up the other side, and it worked. So I pulled a really good one on this guy here. I got these hearts. They turned out really nice. And then I decided to engrave Sweetheart on it, and there's a little button in the software you can click and say mirror. I didn't do that. I had I knew I needed to do it. I didn't do it, and it came out like this, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to keep it just like that. And a little while ago, I brought this in and showed it to my wife, and she just looked at it, kind of grinned. So she liked it. So we're going to keep it just like that. Then I decided to try one of the Christmas ornaments. I engraved our initials on there, G and L. That was pretty cool. All right, I think I just wanted to show you how this worked. And I sure hope you got something out of this and you didn't mind watching me playing around with this toy. And hope everyone has a Merry Christmas. And I'll see you on my next wood turning video.